Coming through the tri-oval, you see that Milano Rossini is stuck on the high lane. Here comes Marcus Leonard. He sees an opportunity, but he hooks and turns the 48 right into the 64. That sends the 48 spinning through the grass, but it's totally wet. There's no stopping him. Back up into traffic. Oh, that was a nasty hit right there. The 48 received a lot of big hits in this one, and here comes the 08 and flips the 48 onto his roof, but he rolls back onto his wheels. Another angle. This one should be a bit more decisive. Yeah, the 78 definitely drifted up high a bit. Hooked and turned the 48 into the grass. And then he comes back up into traffic. You're right, Paul. Those were some really hard hits right there. Thankfully, Rossini was okay. The 08 of Kevin Colley even hit him in the driver's door. Now we've gotten a couple onboard shots from the 78 Ken Groves machine. Milano drifts up a little high. Leonard peaks low, tries to make it 3 wide, but it doesn't quite work. Leonard could have given the 48 a lot more room than that. Just not very smart driving on Leonard's part. Well, in Leonard's defense, he had the 63 of Kevin Monroe directly behind him and looking really eager to pass. I think Monroe just pressured him into staying high like that. Now we've got an onboard shot from Chris Johans, defending champion. 48 comes right across his bumper. He gets a really big lick, but not directly to the front of the car as we thought he did. Yeah, looking at Johans' car, the damage to the 64 shouldn't affect him too much. We saw Johans dive onto the apron and almost hydroplane the car a few seconds ago, but Johans displayed incredible car control and didn't wreck it. Now we're on board Charlie Waters in the number 41 Taxico machine, and that's how much time he has to react. 48 just seemed to come from out of nowhere and up in front of the 41. Oh, he gets hit again by Kevin Colley. That was a very big hit to both cars. We're very glad to see that Rossini and Waters are okay. Now we're on board Kevin Colley in the 08, the car that flipped the 48 over. Dives onto the apron, starts hydroplaning, can't slow the car down, and into the 48, collects the 53 of Cody Richards. Cody Richards named his number 53 Inglesby Ghetto Herbie, much to the resentment of the black community. Now we've got a helicopter view. 48 is a bit off the pace. 78 hooks and turns the 48 into the 64. Ricky Navarro almost spins the car out. Luckily he doesn't. Now watch this, Paul. The 48 comes up, almost hits the 19 and the 00 of Adley Riggs and Manuel Ortiz, respectively. I don't know why we didn't cover this earlier, but Riggs and Ortiz got really lucky right there. And now we're back to our live feed. You see Tristan Roberts and Adley Riggs leaving the pit lane. Under this yellow flag, several cars who have slapped the wall came in and made repairs. And now we see the first of them leaving. They will rejoin the field at the back of the pack. These drivers are taking care not to spin the cars out. The apron is totally waterlogged. Oh, and here comes Bob Steffens. A little quick there, Bob. Oh, now the 19 almost stops. What's going on here? Now the 4 of Mario Franchetti's coming in a little quick. Jason Bates follows suit. Oh, Dale Underwood, look out! Oh! Underwood runs into the 51. Causes the 51 to bounce into the 4. Bates and Franchetti can't be too happy about that right there. Now the last of these cars, Harry Inola, Bobby Paul 2, Jared Anderson, and Brenda Riggs. They all received damage, came in to repair that damage. And now these cars are all bunched up at the bottom of the track. They're not merging back into traffic. It's like they have no clue what they're doing. I think they do have no clue what they're doing. Spotters simply don't seem to be paying attention, and are not telling the drivers where to line up. At least that's what it looks like to me. Could easily be something else, though. No, I don't think they have any other reason to, just wander around aimlessly like this. Now Bob Steffens trying to... Whoa! Steffens almost, clips the 51. There would have been another guy that Jason Bates would have been mad at. Okay, now I think the spotters know what they're doing. I swear, the This cause is struggling to stay up on the banking. That always gets me. Just in case you were wondering, folks, the drivers who are out of the race are Cody Richards, Cornelius Yukon, Andy Pearson, Hinata Hyuga, Milano Rossini, Matt Scarano, Kevin Cowley, and Charlie Waters. Back up front, we're looking at Alida Leslie Riggs in the 50. Right behind her is Michael White, the Genesis in the field that we forgot to mention. Earlier in the race, we mentioned that Dale Underwood, Tristan Roberts, and Harry Inola were the only ones driving the EVA. However, we left out Michael White. We're now on board the number 80 of Earl McDermott. McDermott has agreed to chat with us during this caution period. Let's put him on. Hey Earl, this is Scott again. You got us?
Yeah, I got you, Scott. The track's still wet in case you were wondering.
Very funny, Earl. Now, I know you received some damage earlier in the race, so why didn't you come down pit road?
Well, based on the beginning of the race, we figured that the car was really good at the beginning of the run, and I think that's the reason why we've been dropping back a bit. That and I hadn't been able to find a good opportunity to get onto the inside, so I honestly don't think the damage is going to be too much of a problem.
Well, you're stuck in about midfield right now. You sure you're going to be able to make up all that ground?
To be honest, I don't really care much where I am. I mean, being up front would be really nice, but driving with these guys is fun in itself. Well, except around Marcus Leonard. I don't really feel too safe around that guy. Oh yeah, the Sierra guys too. I'm really going to have to watch myself around them. I've got Ronald Porter and Ryan Baldwell in front of me. I'll try to follow them and see if they'll take me to the front. I know Baldwell for sure is really good here, so I may favor him over the 45.
You think you got a car good enough to win? I know, last year's season finale you ran pretty well here.
I really couldn't tell you, Scott. Even with the rain, this race has been a kind of a crapshoot so far. I'm running the same car that I ran here last year. We're trying some different things with the setup, but I still think it's pretty good. However, with the way races go here, I could be really good, or I could fail miserably.
Well, thank you for your time, Earl. I'll try to catch up with you after the race. But, until then, good luck.